Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your second zodiac reading. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Hopefully, these messages will resonate. If they are not resonating, then maybe you need to look at your other placements to see if perhaps that's where your messages are. Do believe your messages are somewhere on this channel. You just got to look for them, okay? I'm going to do things a little bit slightly different than I did last week. What we're doing this week is finances and career, material world first, and then we will get into your love life. There has been some crossover, so we will address that if it's necessary, Virgo, but let's just get into it. Today's reading is going to start out with the beautiful Ciro Marchetti Tarot. One of my favorite decks. He is one of my favorite artists, if I have not made that clear yet. You'll see a lot of his decks when I'm reading. Okay, spirit guides, angels, divine, entire spirit squad, ancient ancestors, please talk to me about what Virgo needs to know for the next 7 days or so. This is a timeless reading, so if you're coming to this anytime after September, I believe today is the 14th, 2021, it still might have messages for you. Just the next 7 days out from the moment you resonate with this reading. Spirit guides, angels, divine, what do my beautiful Virgos need to know? To my wonderful Virgo sons, happy Virgo season. We're still in it. Okay. One more. All right, Spirit wants me to go one more time. Okay. What do my wonderful Virgos need to know for this week? Very first card is the Seven of Cups. Page of Swords. Virgo, you might have some fire in your chart because I definitely pulled that combination yesterday for one of the 3 fire signs, and I don't remember which one, so I apologize. But we do have the Magician ending out your tarot portion. Bottom of the deck energy is another 7, so 7 of coins. The number 7 might be significant to you, or it might mean that you, when it comes to finances and career, need to look inside and follow what spirit says, what your soul says. I'm quite thirsty, you guys, so I will be drinking my coffee and water a lot. Hopefully that's not too much of a distraction for you. Okay, so starting out with our tarot here, it does look like when it comes to your finances, when it comes to maybe a career path, you might be a little confused right now. You may have even dreamt of an old workplace and wondered what it would be like to go back to work there, or you might be dreaming of a completely different situation in which you can still make money. Spirit says that you will, through your own knowledge, your own research, you're going to come up with something different to do. You may be getting a message about that this week. The Magician says that you should go for it. It's something that you have manifested. Whether you are manifesting this in your subconscious, in your dream state, this is something that intuitively feels good. Spirit wants you to make the choice based on your heart and soul, and not, Virgo, on pure logic, okay? Because that will end up being the rational, logical choice, all right? Yeah, okay, so we'll get there. Spirit says that you have some new beginnings coming up when it comes to your finances, and these are things that you have manifested, and you innately already know what they are, and you should absolutely go for it because this is something that you have created. All right, so for our first oracle cards to clarify this, we're going to use the Colette Baron Reed Enchanted Map Oracle. Spirit guides, angels, divine, please clarify this beautiful reading so far for my Virgos about their material world for the next 7 days. What do Virgos need to know for the next 7 days, Spirit? Make one card for our beautiful Virgos, next 7 days. Movement. Yeah, definitely with this magician. I think I was trying to combine the words initiation and magician because both of those things are happening with the magician card, and it is movement. It's forward movement. Based on possibly subconscious dreams. I'm really getting this whole intuition and dreaming level of it. You're used to having tangible decisions to make. This really feels more like me, like you are worried about something because you can't put your hands on it yet. But you are manifesting it, and it will be something that you can work with soon. Look at that. Bottom of the deck so far is the Bone Collector, also a number 1, also initiation. You have big new energies coming in this week, Virgo. And they are supported by your spirit squad, your ancestors, part of your spirit squad, your ancient ancestors that have your highest good. I do like to make that clear. As someone who talks to spirits, you want to make sure that you're talking to those that have the highest good. And you can just say, hey, only those who have our highest good in mind are allowed to help me out with these decisions. Sometimes drunk Uncle Joe does not need a say. You know what I'm saying? What does Virgo need to know? This is the Energy Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor. What does Virgo need to know for their finances, material life, their career for this next week or so, Spirit? Action, also movement. Y'all, something really big is coming up for you. You're moving into something new that you have created. Bottom of the deck is the Thinking Man, which I do attribute a lot of times to Virgo because you do like to work with your logic and your logic only. However, like I said, when you have this 7 of Cups energy, it might feel a little weird unless you have quite a bit of water in your chart to be more dreamy in your energy and just to follow your heart and your soul. I said that a little weird because, you know, I get it. It sounds a little woo-woo. But for real, this is where your best decision making will be coming from. Trust in this movement. Trust that you're going forward. It is absolutely happening. All right, and the final deck that we're using as an oracle is going to be Kyle Gray's Angel Guides. I just saw a really interesting card. I hope it comes up. 2 more. Okay, got you, Spirit. I'll fix that in a second, Virgo. I don't want you to freak out because I hit a card. All right. What does Virgo need to know from this deck? What do their angel guides want them to know, Spirit? Sweet, sweet Spirit. What do they need to know? What do Virgos need to know for the next week or so from their angel guides? What do they need to know? Gotta be something in here. Oh, I just noticed that. Thank you, Spirit. What do Virgos need to know here, Spirit? Your wonderful angel guides. Your spirit squad. Bit of advice for the next 7 days or so. There it is. Inner child healing. This with the initiation card of the Magician. I believe that you are doing this now, and this has created the ability for you to manifest and bring in this new beginning. You're also being called to clear, cancel, and release. So let go of this need for everything to be perfect. This is not going to come from your rationale, Virgo. This is going to come from that Neptunian or that moon energy that isn't always feeling very clear. It is going to feel like you're stepping into the unknown, and Spirit says that they got you. Go ahead and step into the unknown. Let go of the feeling that everything has to be right and perfect. All right. And then finally, the final card that we're going to get for your finances and career are for my own little deck that I apologized last week for, because I know, it is not up to Virgo standards. Please forgive me. All right. Be mindful at work. Not everyone has your best interests at heart. I do see this come up with Virgos quite a bit, especially those that are excelling, that have a tendency to go into a job, become very good at it. And Virgos, I know that they don't really look around at other people to see if other people are struggling with the things that are so easy to a Virgo. It's not your fault if you piss people off about that. Like, it's really not. But just be mindful that some people see that as a threat. That is not on you. Okay? In fact, I have a Virgo right now on Facebook that I just gave her the advice to start documenting, because she feels like perhaps she's getting bullied at work because of her tendency to be so good at what she does. So start to document if you're starting to feel like people don't have your best interests at heart. But again, I do think you're moving into something new, Virgo, that you have initiated. And the bottom of the deck energy is pay everything off first. So if you have an offer that's coming in, it's very possible that you might get more money, and that card is just saying to make sure that you have paid everything off to make room for more abundance. Okay, so let's move in to our love portion of the reading. And here we go. So for the love portion, I use Ethany, her Modern Love Tarot, just for love. And also, well, if you use the pick a card, if you looked at the pick a card, which is still available, obviously, you'll notice that I love to use the same combinations for these decks for love, because it's just so clear in her deck. All right, Spirit Guides, Angels, Divine, what do my beautiful Virgos need to know about their love life? Their love life coming up. The next 7 days or so. What's going on with their love life? And this is for singles. This is for people in relationships. Obviously, if you have no desire to be in a relationship, you don't necessarily have to watch this, but it could also address some healing that would occur or needs to occur. So we'll see. Spirit Guides, Angels, Divine, what does my Virgo, my beautiful Virgos need to know? I say beautiful Virgo a lot. Most of the Virgos that I've met, all of the Virgos I've met have been maybe just the textbook maiden energy, just really beautiful, classic beauty, You got the Six of Wands, which is a gorgeous card for you, Virgo. For love. Another card, please, Spirit. You may know someone who is, oh my gosh, Leo energy again. Six of Wands is Leo energy. Strength is Leo energy. So you might have some prominent Leo in your chart, or you may know someone when it comes to your love life, or you might be meeting someone with prominent Leo in their chart. With the Judgment card. What? Okay, so Virgo, if you have a Leo prominent chart, or you know somebody with Leo prominent attributes, and it couldn't, it might not be Leo. It could just be, the keywords here of Leo's courage, bravery, confidence, full heart, generosity. If you know someone who just embodies these, this could be your person. If you embody these, then this is about you for sure. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Cups. So yo, what's happening this week? If you are not in a relationship, you may very well um, meet someone, or judgment can be a rebirth. Obviously, judgment, as in the biblical sense, when everyone is reborn, um, and also in the tarot sense, it means it could be reconciliation. So the rebirth of something that you thought was long gone. But this is a divine rebirth, so it is blessed by the angels. In many of the traditional decks, there is an actual angel that is blowing this horn to recall all of these beautiful souls. So if this is something that you want, know that the person has changed. They're a new soul. And I don't mean new as in they've never been on this earth before. I mean that their old patterns that maybe kept you apart, or your old patterns that maybe kept you apart, are healing or on the process of healing, and you are ready to evolve with this person. If you are already in a relationship, Virgo, this just means that you are moving into a phase where you grow together. You are being born again together. And this is a beautiful, beautiful relationship. There's a lot of passion in it with all this Leo energy, and that is absolutely wonderful. But I cannot stress how spiritually blessed this is. Let's get some more cards here about this. This is my Lover's Oracle deck. This is very difficult for me to shuffle, but I do it. I do it anyways. Shuffling, actually, if you're new to tarot, can be a way for you to clear the energy of a reading. You'll notice that I also knock on the cards. If I haven't already cleansed them, I have sage here that I did cleanse them already. And I love this deck. It's so pretty. All right. Spirit guides, angels, divine, tell me more about Virgo's love life the next 7 days, please. And tell me more. Oh, I just heard with that strength card that you are in a place where you have learned not to put up with anything that doesn't serve you. You understand that, you know, you don't have to serve. I know that Virgos are here to serve in this lifetime, but that does not mean you're a slave. That does not mean you are a servant. What it does mean is that you are here to help humanity progress. You are not here to be depleted, though. So I literally see the strength card as having really good boundaries. If you feel like someone is toxic, you know it, and you're just like, all right, I'm done. And you have the strength to walk away as well, and maybe right into this judgment of something better. The Six of Wands is also a card of victory. So where you are victorious is knowing your boundaries and being strong in them. This card did come out. Hello. This is sexual union. Hello. I'm not going to be in your business, though, okay? Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. This is right over the Six of Wands, which is a very passionate card. It can also indicate, you know, how you like to have the sex. The Six of Wands indicates being on top. Nobody report me. Get another card here, please, for my beautiful Virgos. Hello. Okay. This one is time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. I do see the eyebrow on here, and it always reminds me of divine timing. You cannot force anything. Strength can also be called force. And it usually is a very positive thing where we are a force. Whereas right now, I think it's saying, you know, for those of you not in a relationship, you cannot force one. For those of you who are in a relationship, you cannot force this judgment moment. It has to come divinely. You have two major arcana cards here. So spirit is involved in your love life. The divine is involved in your love life. You can't force this. It will come when it's supposed to. But it's beautiful, so it's worth it. It's worth surrendering. Okay. And finally, the forgiveness card. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So part of the judgment card is releasing your past, letting go of it, letting go of the pain, letting go of the hurts. Again, we talked a little bit about the possibility of you putting up boundaries, and it could be because of something that hurt you in the past. Spirit is saying that you are strong enough to forgive and to let things go. You don't have to forget, but you now know that you need to have these boundaries with certain personalities. You know that. And Spirit's saying it's okay to forgive those personalities, but let go of them as well. Okay? Bottom of the deck is look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. So a little bit of self-examination, Virgo. And I know this about Virgo because I've had so many in my sphere of influence, best friends, boyfriends. Virgos are hypercritical of themselves. You don't ever have to tell a Virgo what they should be working on. First of all, nobody needs to be telling anybody what they're supposed to be working on. But in the case of Virgo, they definitely already know. So be very, very cognizant of just how hard you are on yourself. Never ever shame yourself. Never ever, lack the compassion for yourself. Treat yourself as you would treat a best friend. Maybe there's something that you need to work on, but don't be like, oh my God, you're so stupid or anything like that. It's if you were talking to your best friend, it's, I notice, sometimes you let things get to you when they're not that big of a deal. Perhaps it's because, you're not healing or you're not seeing things from a perspective that would actually heal you or help you. Something like that, okay? Virgo can be stuck in the details of their own critiques and not seeing the way out of them. So let's go ahead and move on to the Island Time Wellness cards for a little bit more messages for our beautiful Virgos. All right, the first message is heartbroken. Deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. So if this judgment card is because you are in separation with someone, of course it was very painful. I know this, but there is a possibility that the person that broke your heart is coming back as a new person. If not, if this judgment, this could be a past life reconnection too. Doesn't have to be this lifetime. Okay, more information for Virgo, more love for Virgo. What do they need to know for the next 7 days or so? Please, Spirit. Vote. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. Again, the strength with closure, you have the strength to close this out. You are receiving what you need, and you're moving on. You have the strength to do so that you can move into this judgment energy. One more. Nope, okay. There it is. Okay, do I take this, Spirit? All right, girl with a snake. empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable, and boundaries. The word boundaries keeps coming up for you guys. So it is very, very clear that you are learning that at this point. And it's possible that this was because of someone who was very toxic that used you on some level. And I would just say, I would like you to take a look at some resources that are on the narcissist and empath paradigm. There's a YouTuber called Dr. Romani. She's an actual doctor and she specializes in this paradigm. So please take a look. If you see yourself in this, she offers wonderful ways in which you can heal and work on yourself. I understand that being an empath in that paradigm is very toxic and it's very draining, and that is not what you're supposed to be bringing in. Again, forgive yourself for allowing that connection, because your beautiful heart believed in love. It should continue to believe in love. Just know that some people are toxic, and now that you understand it and can recognize it, know that real love is never like that. Real love never tries to make you miserable. Real love never gaslights you. Okay? Real love is not like that at all. Bottom of the deck energy is the butterfly. Relationship evolving into the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. Judgment is often represented by that transformation of the butterfly. Healing the inner child again, and growth. So you are moving into a beautiful phase, but please do take care of yourself. Spirit guides, angels, divine. We're going to use my deck. This deck will be growing as the channel grows. I'm also, you'll be pleased to know, because I apologized about my handwriting last time, my wonderful best friend, who is an amazing artist, is going to help me design my own deck, and it will be my channeled messages and her design. So look out for that. Just one message, Spirit, please, for Virgo. One love guidance for Virgo. Into your heart. Look inside yourself. Again, Virgo. Look inside yourself. Wasn't that? Yeah, it was the heart meaning. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Look at your triggers, Virgo. Look why you feel like this. And if it's because you need to forgive yourself for this empath and narcissist paradigm, then that's big. If you do, let me just say this, okay? If you don't identify as the empath in this, and if you've noticed that sometimes you drain people, still look up Dr. Romani, because there is hope, okay? You cannot necessarily learn empathy, but you can learn how to recognize empathy and how to at least try to empathize with people, what characters, which clues from their personality that you can grow in yourself, okay? Look inside yourself. I do think that this is more about forgiving yourself, though. Yeah, wow. Okay, you guys. This whole entire reading, if you're in a relationship and you feel like it's fairly toxic, this is a false twin flame. If you were in a relationship and it was super toxic and you're just sitting here like, I don't want anything perfect, and you know, I don't believe that I can have anything perfect, because that's how much damage that relationship did. This is confirmation that you were in a false twin flame paradigm, which is a lot like the empath and narcissist paradigm. So what I'm getting at is, if you do not feel like this is your person because it doesn't make you feel good, it doesn't make you feel whole, you are not both working on evolving spiritually, only you are doing all the work and you're constantly drained, it's because you have a false twin flame. With these cards, you have what it takes to take care of yourself and do what you have to do to set up those boundaries. If this person is very toxic, the best thing that you can do is walk away. If that is not possible, look up gray stoning because that is the next thing that you could do. I definitely think that you should talk to an expert about the empath and narcissist paradigm, at least learn as much as you can, and take good care of yourself. One final message from Spirit before we close this reading. Guys, don't ever settle. Don't ever settle. I know what the twin flame feeling feels like, but it should never be toxic. You should never feel manipulated, ever. Okay? You deserve so much better than that. Spirit guides, angels, divine. What do my beautiful Virgos need to close out with from their spirit squad to mine? What do my beautiful Virgos need to close out with? Okay. Go on vacation. Take a real break. Yeah, take a real break. And meditate. While you're on this vacation, you should be, if you can, take, even if it's 20 seconds every day, just to focus on your breath. There are some wonderful meditation videos on YouTube that are completely free to help you through this. Meditation is a game changer and a life changer, so Spirit is speaking specifically to those that do not know that, who have been considering it. Yes, absolutely, go to it. You can take a vacation in your mind by meditating. It is beautiful, and it's wonderful, and it's worth it, okay? Virgo, that's all I have for you. If this resonates, please leave me a comment down below. If it was not resonating, again, take a look at all of the other videos that I have on the site, especially if this is not in your sun, moon, rising, Venus. Take a look at yours. Or you can take a look at your actual sun, moon, rising, Venus. Okay, so thank you so much. I will definitely see you guys Friday for the pick a card reading, or next week. Also, I am going to be hosting a Discord stage tonight, specifically just to talk about finding yourself in tarot, using astrology and numerology. Okay, thank you so much. I will see you next week. Bye.